So we'll look now at question B, question 6b from the 2014 National 5 Physics paper. It says the technician displays the data obtained from the experiment below. Well, let's have a look at the experiment first of all. This is the apparatus carrying out an experiment to determine the half-life of the source. They have a counter connected to the Geiger-Müller tube, a radioactive source, and a stop clock. So here's the graph. It shows the corrected count rate, counts per minute as time passes, time on the horizontal axis. So the important thing here to note is this is the corrected count rate. It's corrected for background. So background counts are also measured. And also these numbers relate to the counts done per minute. So the number of counts measured on the counter in 1 minute are recorded here. So the question is, describe how the apparatus could be used to obtain the experimental data required to produce this graph. Well, the first thing is that the count has to be measured, and that has to be measured for a certain amount of time, I would say. Given that it's said in the graph that it's the counts per minute, the first thing you would say is that there's a measurement of the number of counts in 1 minute. That's the first thing to say. And then that measurement is done repeatedly, because if we want to build up this graph, we don't just want to know the number of counts done in a minute. At one time, we want to know what happens over time. So maybe in 5 minutes, and then in another 5 minutes, what's the new counts per minute, and so on. So the second statement has to be, we repeat that measurement at regular intervals. So if that's the first one, this is the second one. Repeat at regular intervals. So maybe say 5 minute intervals. Okay, and then finally, because this graph relates to not the counts per minute but the corrected counts per minute, the corrected count rate, we need to measure the background count as well. So the final statement is to measure the background count. And subtract it. And if we subtract it from the measurement of the counts per minute, in each case, we can then plot the corrected counts over the time intervals that we measured. And so that's the 3 things that we must say to get the full marks.